Hi students, my name is Laura Antonez and I'm your virtual content specialist. And today on Unit 6, Day 21 on Biotechnology Seminar Day 1 GMOs, you will be investigating the potential benefits and concerns around genetically modified organisms, and you will engage in a class-wide debate about GMOs. Today, I will help you to set up your Kialo account and create compelling arguments using Kialo. You will also be able to respond to other students, provide peer feedback, and vote for the best supporting evidences using Kialo. Let's begin. In today's lesson, we will focus on the ethics of genetically modified organisms, or GMOs. We have already been introduced to GMOs through the Scientific American What's Genetically Modified Food video. Check it out if you need a refresher on GMOs. Today, we will explore the controversy behind GMOs in more details. Directions. Below, you will see a list of videos and articles about GMOs. You are going to pick two of these videos or articles. You can pick any combination, two articles, two videos, or one of each. Click each resources link in the chart below to review or read this resource. On the following two slides, you will list each of your selected resources and will take notes on the pros, cons, ethical considerations, and regulatory needs surfaced in each of the resources you reviewed. GMO resources videos, and you have some articles. All right, so let's go ahead and check the New York Times article. Reading this article, you need to have in your mind the purpose of the article. And the purpose of the article is to find out the pros and the cons of GMOs. Your teacher is going to ask you, should we allow genetically modified organisms in our food supply? And if so, how should we regulate GMOs? All right, so after that, you are going to try to find evidence to support one or each of these theses. GMOs should not be allowed in our food. GMOs should be allowed for certain uses, such as animal feed or biofuel, but should not be allowed to be used in foods for human consumption. GMOs should be allowed, but should be regulated to make sure they are safe for humans and the environment. And finally, GMOs should be allowed in all circumstances and should not be regulated in any way that is different from regular non-GMO crops. The first thing you have to do after you read your article is try to decide in which side of the spectrum are you. Do you believe that GMOs should not be allowed at all? Or you believe that GMOs should be allowed in all circumstances? Or are you more in the middle? Now that you went through the material and before posting in Kialo, you are going to complete the information in the chart that your teacher has provided for you. In this chart, you will write the pros, the cons, the ethical issues, and your beliefs on GMOs regulations. Regulate means legislate, to use laws for GMOs. Okay, once you have finished this section of the assignment, we can move on to the next section. Your teacher has already added a link right here so you can go to the discussion. So you will engage in a class discussion around various policies for allowing, banning, or regulating GMOs via the platform Kialo edu.com. Before we get started, there are a few steps you need to take. Okay, the first one is to sign up with Kialo. You need an account, and your teacher may have already done it for you, or you have to set up your account yourself. Number two, you will need to find your class Kialo discussion. Your teacher has pasted the link for you. Let's say you are in period 3, so this is your link. Once you are in your class discussion, check to make sure that you are in a writer role, okay? So you are able to write and answer to other students. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and click on the link, and it's going to take me to the discussion. As you can see, this is a graphic organizer. On top of the graphic organizer, you have the question, should we allow genetically modified organisms in our food supply? And if so, how should we regulate GMOs? And these are the 4 different theses. As I told you before, you can be completely pro, 100% pro, completely against it, 100% in the other side, or you can be something in between. So after you have read your articles, you have completed your assignments, you are ready to go and provide some of the pros and the cons. To do that, it's very simple. Just have to click on the thesis that you would like to add. Let's say that you are completely pro. You can add pros and you can add cons by clicking on the plus. You can add additional pro and con statements if you would like to. Okay? And after that, something that your teacher wants you to do is that once you have added the pros and cons, now you also be able to vote on pros and cons from other students. Okay, so once the discussion is over, your teacher will let you know that you will come to this slide and you will write which ones are the major arguments for and against GMOs. For and against, meaning pros and cons. Number 2, based on what you read, viewed, and learned from your class discussion, what is your recommendation on how we should allow, ban, or regulate GMOs? Okay, all right, perfect. Another thing that your teacher is going to ask you later on is to provide feedback for other students. To do so, just click on the 3 dots next to the comments and you can make another comment, you can mark for review, and also you can vote for this comment. This is the end of the video. I hope this video helped you to set up your account in Kialo and help you to use Kialo to create compelling arguments and to vote and comment on other people's arguments. Have a great day. Bye-bye.